Welcome to Reviews with Friends, the segment where it used to be D&J reviews, but Devin and I aren't always free to get together, so I get friends. This is Shane, Cody, Shane.
Oh,
you can call him Shane or Cody because I will call him both. Again, he will
don't get that confused with Cody, Shane, Cody, because that's not me.
That isn't him.
That is not me.
And what we got today?
Oh, we have a gem among gems. Why don't we show our viewers, Jeremy?
The Walking Dead Volume 1, Days Gone By.
You know what that means, everyone. That's right. Get ready for the zombies.
Yeah. Well, basically, this book is about a character named Rip Grimes. He's a police officer who is shot in the line of duty. He wakes up in the hospital, and no one's there. Wanders around, discovers that the whole hospital is infested with zombies, which they call the Walkers. And his goal is to find his family.
Starts out pretty clear and simple now, doesn't it?
Yeah, in fact, I wanted to remark, this collects like the first 6 issues, and the first issue, through the first half of it, has no dialogue. Well, it has a little dialogue in the beginning, and then basically it's Rick by himself wandering through the hospital, which the only weird thing is, you notice the elevator still worked?
That is so...
I didn't pick up on it until paging through this just now, but the elevator, which obviously when they made this into a TV series, he goes down the stairs.
Right. That or, somehow, suspiciously, the emergency generator somewhere is still working without any maintenance.
Yeah, oh god. But,
I mean, then you're getting into more of like Left 4 Dead kind of things going on there.
Yeah, but well, let's talk about the art first before we go into spoilers.
The art.
All the art is done by Tony Moore, which he isn't the current artist anymore.
No, he's not.
And looking back at this is the best art through this series. Everyone looks unique. Things they don't all look like what people would look like. Some of them do.
It's not your typical run-of-the-mill generic guy.
Which is what it's become now.
Which really it has.
Yeah, it's but it's nice when you have one artist and you don't have basic sketch pencils. This isn't in color. It's got that Night of the Living Dead-esque thing going on with the black and white.
Black and white always gives that more of an edge.
Which they've colorized the first issue, which you haven't seen. I own it, and it took away a little bit. It was just a little weird.
As all artists say, when coloring something that was previously not colored, it's very difficult because if you do it too overbearing, it does take away from the general feeling of the comic itself.
Yeah, so let's get into this. Let's get into spoilers. Skip to this time code right here. It starts off, Rick's and his partner Shane. Basically,
not me, by the way. Not in the book.
At basically a traffic stop, pretty much. They got these guys pinned down, and then Rick gets shot in the line of fire, basically.
And his catapults us into, he wakes up in the hospital, and, oh look, freaking zombies everywhere. Welcome to hell.
Yeah, no dialogue, basically.
It just happens. You just gotta let it happen. Just let it happen.
So anyway, he gets out of there by the skin of his teeth. That he ends up running into like this half-eaten zombie thing on the bicycle.
That thing. Nope.
And he freaks out, and then he finds these people who take care of him. They tell him what's what.
Right. They're surprised he doesn't know.
Yeah, because he's been in a coma for so long.
I like to point out this part of the story is like, how is it that he survived being in a coma in the hospital with the zombies everywhere? We haven't really figured that one out.
Well, mostly they were trapped in the mess hall.
Well, that is true too, but you'd think that one would get through. But
Yeah.
he does it.
And we got Morgan
and
his son Dwayne, who's like a little kid.
Yeah.
And
I would say between the ages of 8 and 9, maybe.
so they part their separate ways essentially. Oh wow. Okay. And Rick kills the main zombie, this half-eaten zombie that he ran into. It's to symbolize his transition into the whole apocalypse. Yeah, and he goes around, sees a lot of death, finds a horse.
Yeah, that's somehow fine.
And a hatchet.
Hatchet's always a good choice.
And we have the famous scene with Rick riding into Atlanta on the horse. It all goes to shit. Rick gets his horse eaten.
Yeah, horse gets eaten.
And a mysterious figure grabs Rick and drags him out of there to safety. A figure by the name of Glenn, one of my favorite characters.
As is mine.
And Glenn takes him back to camp, where miraculously his partner Shane's there, his wife's there, and his son.
Yay!
Along with several other characters. Over time, since Shane's the leader of this group, Shane doesn't want to move. So there's conflict over that, which ends up after Rick and Shane show everyone how to use guns. They get attacked by a horde of walkers.
They just came out of thin air.
Out of nowhere, and they kill a few of the people in the group.
First one who dies is Amy, was it? Right?
Andrea's sister.
Yeah. Pretty right in the...
Yeah.
And it starts the whole shitstorm.
And they discovered that you have to shoot them in the brain. But they had to get guns. We forgot to talk about this. Glenn and Rick go back into the city to get the guns, but they color themselves in walker guts, which is another one where you have to just say, all right, okay. The zombies wouldn't know that it was just someone walking around.
Because apparently
their
their nasal still work, even though they're primitive.
Pretty much most functions don't work. So it just they get the guns that he dropped. No, he didn't drop the bag of guns in the comic. I was thinking of the TV show there.
He has a shopping cart. Yeah,
they go to a gun store. They get a whole bunch of ammo and stuff. And
lo and behold, when they're trying to make their way out of the city,
it rains. It rains, and they basically barely make it out there with their lives.
Yeah, by the skin of their teeth, and of course by some God knows miracle magic, they make it out.
The end of this, it cliffhangs. Shane goes off the deep end because Rick's back and he slept with Rick's wife, and he wants to take his family. And little Carl, Rick's son, shoots him through the throat, and that's how it ends.
Yeah, so for all you people who are like, oh god, not NTR, don't worry, the kid gets it back.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't really develop into that. But don't worry. It's like a sort of not just ending and cliffhanger at the same time.
Yeah, it's like every one of these. Every arc cliffhangs in this series.
They all cliffhang, which keeps you coming back. It's a very, very good commercial ploy.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
So anyway, we should give our ratings. How many out of 5 stars? What would you give this?
Well, overlooking the minor technicalities and some lesser to the extent some of the dialogue sometimes doesn't have any point to it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the artwork. That's the big thing. I like this. I like the artwork of this artist, and I like the story in its general, how it develops very quickly, and also how it has points where it can bring back to some point and then develop even further from there. I do like this series. I've been following for a long time now. So out of 5, I'm going to give it about a 4.75 out of it.
Okay. I give this a 5 out of 5. This got me back into comics, so it holds that little extra for me.
Right.
So anyway, this is Reviews with Friends. Have a nice day, and we're out of time.
Yeah.
We just filled up the whole camera.